Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kable. Welcome to episode 19 of Thinking Out Loud. So, there's a lot to talk about. I mean, it's been a while since I've done the podcast. I had other things going on. First and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to Jane Nicole. Her birthday. We celebrated her birthday this weekend, and it was just a whole lot of fun and quality time. We gotta definitely spend quality time with people we care about, people we love, and make sure they know that we appreciate them. And so I got this little book here, you know what I mean? I just write notes on it, thinking out loud. And I just really started using it because there's so much to talk about. Um, so I just kind of wanted to write down certain things that I wanted to talk about. And number one right now on my mind on this episode is, it's sad that I have to start on a sad note. Yeah, my condolences to the family, friends, and people that knew her, of Sonia Massey. This is a unfortunate tragedy, and I saw the footage of what happened to her, and it was just horrible, man. Basically from the footage, what I saw, she called the cops. She felt that there was somebody um, prowling around her house. So she decided to call the cops. The cops came. They checked, her area. They couldn't find anything. And then they proceeded to ask about her mental health. I don't know how that happened. And then they went inside her home, basically asking for her ID, even joking with her at the time. And things escalated from one moment, it was them like kind of joking with her, to the next moment when she went to go check on her stove for the boiling water that she had. I think she was about to. I'm not exactly sure what she was about to do, but she did have boiling water at the stove. She went to go check on it because the cops, told her to go check on the water, that they don't want a fire. And from what I saw, I don't know what it was that she sent. It almost felt like she was sensing something was off about the whole situation. So she the one thing she said was, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And as soon as she said that, the cop that unalived her just went off on her. Basically told her, "You better not, or I'm gonna shoot you. Better not, or I'm gonna, in the face." And that's exactly what he ended up doing. Um, After he told her that he was gonna on the face, she basically said, "I'm sorry," and curled up on the floor, and she was like, "Please don't hurt me." And the cop ended up, taking taking her out, man. Very unprovoked, in my opinion. My opinion is like, dude, a lot of people were saying that the guy is, he could have been possessed, because he decided to act out when she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Maybe, but honestly, there's just evil people on the planet, man. Like, there's bad people. I don't know, you could blame it on the devil, blame it on whoever you want to blame it on, man. But the truth is that there's evil motherfuckers out here, man, and you don't have to blame it on any of that, man. You could just blame it on the person that they are. They're the guy was a scumbag, and definitely he was just looking for any reason. That's just the way it looked. And I saw some other footage afterwards when they brought in more cops. He lied to all of them, saying that she attacked him with boiling water, and that's why he had to take her out, which is a complete lie. That if you look at the video, that's not at all what happened. And he was just trigger happy. He was a cop that was trigger happy, and he was itching to like maybe take someone out. He even went on to like even before when the cops came and he shot her. The cop that was with him, the other cop, he was like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna go get my kit to see if we could like help her." And dude was like, "Nah, that's a kill shot," you know. And even if you hear the video, he even kind of smirked when he said it's a kill shot. Then after that, when the cops came, like I said, he lied about what really happened, and man, it was just tragic, man. Like tragic, tragic, tragic. And if it wasn't for the body camera of the other police officer, they would have spun around the whole story most likely. And it makes me think of what happened back in the days when when cops didn't have body cameras, like all the bullshit that they got away with, back in those days. And then they'll spin it around and say it was something that it wasn't. Um, all this stuff with I'm not, and this is, I want to clarify. I don't think, obviously, not all cops are bad. Obviously not. There's definitely good police officers because I met good cops. You know what I mean? I met cops that are genuinely, they'll work with you. They stop you in something and you talk to them like a human being. They talk to you back like a human being, and there's cops that are just out there doing their job and basically doing what they're supposed to do, right? But they are cops that are just power hungry, and maybe they got bullied when they were younger. Maybe they weren't popular when they were younger, and now that they got a badge, they are you know corrupted. Because I myself, um I don't know if you guys know, but I am an artist. I do music. And a long time ago, man, I was at a show. Put it this way, I went to a show the day before to check out the area where I was going to perform at the festival. And in that festival, um, I got attacked by two cops. They were coming down the crowd with a guy that was handcuffed, and the cop, shoulder butted me. So I looked back at him, and when I did that, he came back and handcuffed me. They they got me and the guy that was handcuffed already. They took us to the back, the alley where there was nobody around, and they beat us up, man. They beat us up for like, I was handcuffed. They whooped me, and as they were whooping the other guy, you know, the cop in front of me was like telling me like, "Hey, you didn't see nothing, right?" And all this other stuff. So there are bad cops, man. I could be the first to tell you that. Like, yo, there's some fucked up cops out here. So what happened to this lady, man, is there's no words for it, man. In my opinion, if I had the power to do something about it, this is just my opinion. There's no trial. We don't need a trial for what just happened to her. We literally saw what just happened to her on film. There's no need for a trial. Off this man. Delete him. Like, yo, he don't need to be around. Like, he don't need to be around. He don't need to be around, man. But that's just my opinion. I know some people are gonna be like, oh, everybody deserves a fair trial. Not when there's not there, to me, not when there's video evidence of what you just did. And it's so crazy because after he killed her, he was out there with his fellow cops, calling her out of her name. That lets you know that the dude has no. He was so like, this is like a game to him. It's like shooting somebody on Black Ops, the video game, or shooting somebody on Grand Theft Auto type shit. That's the way he kind of gave a vibe, like, oh, he called her a crazy, B word. And yeah, man, it's horrible, man. But my condolences to her family, and I'm sorry that I had to like start the podcast with such horrible, grim news. You know, But it's something that it was bothering me, man. I wanted to talk about it, give my opinion on it. So rest in peace to Sonia Messe. I hope I'm saying your name right. And man, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray that you get justice, and I'm gonna pray that that cop. You know, I pray that that guy never sees daylight again, never sees freedom again. And if they could give him the delete penalty, give him that. You know, give him that because he deserves it, in my opinion. You know. So another news, and I wanted to discuss this topic when it happened, but then I always kind of let things happen and give it about a week or so. Let everybody like kind of just talk about it. I kind of like, you know, hear everyone's, I guess, opinion. I see more evidence of the stuff that happens, and then I decide to talk about things. You know, so you know, I'm pretty sure, as you all know. And by the way, I don't want to be, you know, make this a political thing right now. You know, I did want to give my 2 cents on the Trump assassination. Um, well, not assassination, but attempt assassination. And yeah, man, that was really really crazy. My opinion on that is, I don't know, man. I don't think it was. I don't think it was staged. I know a lot of people were saying that it was staged. A lot of people were saying that it sounds like popcorn. The gunshots. To tell you the truth, I live next to a gun range, not too far away, because I'm really right next to the military base. You know, and we hear gunshots a lot. You know, like here where I live at, they sound so close. And being real with you, you sometimes don't know, if people don't know, there's different guns have different sounds. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that it's not real. You know, those gunshots to me, they sounded pretty real when I saw the video. You know, I don't think it was staged. I do think that it was maybe an inside job. On what party was the inside job on? I Who knows, man. Like, that's something that needs to be questioned. That's something that needs to be investigated. You know, because yeah, who knows, man. But yeah, I don't think it was a stage thing. Maybe an inside job, but not staged. You know, there were people there that did lose their lives. I think it was one gentleman that lost his life. I don't know if I'm correct, but I know for a fact that people did lose their lives at the rally. You know, so my condolences to their families and friends. And another thing, you know, going around this whole political thing, Biden, you know, he just decided to step down. I think that's something we all kind of knew he was going to do, just because we all saw his mental state spiral down. You know, like we were watching it in real time, him not being mentally there. Um, you know, so I hope he gets good treatment, and I hope he enjoys his family. You know, the retirement life. And yeah, man, he wasn't definitely not the right candidate for presidency. There's no way in any reality that I saw Biden being able to take on another 4 years the way he was, you know, the way he was moving and the way he was talking, and it just didn't look right. It felt like he was not mentally there anymore, you know. So hopefully he gets, you know, treated, and he gets to spend time with his family, you know, with the time that the time that he has, you know. What else, man? What else? Going past the politics. Um, on science news, there was, I don't know if you guys heard about this. You know, they found black oxygen, they're calling it, way, way at the bottom of the ocean. where there's no sunlight. So scientists originally thought that the only way to get oxygen is through sunlight and organic living, things like trees and whatever. So it's pretty big news because these rocks that are all the way at the bottom, not exactly sure where they found it, but supposedly it was like some of the deepest parts of the ocean that we have discovered. They discovered that these rocks that they found, these metal pieces of material that they found on the bottom of the ocean, were producing oxygen. Now, that is interesting because if that's the case, right, then that means we got to look at life in a different way now because if something that's supposed to be not alive is producing oxygen, then we got to look at all these other planets, and there's if there's other ways there, there's definite. That's what I always said. I feel like there's life, um maybe underground, like on Mars. I really do believe that it's probably filled with life, you know what I mean, underground. I don't think I don't know, man. I think life finds a way to live, I know it sounds kind of whatever, but life always figures it out, finds a way. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting. I do I going off that subject. I know a couple people were asking me about how do I feel about the whole battle between Kendrick and Drake, and there's so much, like, especially in hip hop, like there's so much news. Like for example, Lupe Fiasco came out with a new project called Samurai. To me, is a 9 out of 10. It's almost a perfect project. I love that project. I might review it on one of these next episodes that I do because I want to give it a full, thing and maybe go through each song and stuff like that. I like Lupe Fiasco. All his projects were really really good. The first one, Food and Liquor, is a classic from beginning to end. Is amazing. The Cool was an incredible project. There's songs in there that are just like phenomenal. Then you have I don't know if I'm right, but Lasers. And Lasers honestly was the most mainstream project that he did, and I feel like there was a combination of what he did with the Cool, but it was more like towards, like, I don't know, man, like Rich America. Kind of like the sound was more like worldwide. That he was going for. And there was some gems in that album. Like there's some songs in that project that are like phenomenal. Then we got I don't know what other projects are, like Mural. The song Mural was incredible. I love that joint. Lupe Fiasco is just phenomenal. One of the best out here. And, the new project Samurai is incredible. It's literally people ask me like, who do you think is the best right now in the game? And I always say I don't know. That because that's all an opinion. But who I like the most right now in the game, what project I'm listening to the most right now, is that Samurai project. It's incredible, and Lupe is right there with anybody that you think is dope or is the best. I think, in my opinion, he's a better artist than Kendrick, and Drake. Just in my opinion, this is, who am I, right? I'm nobody, but my opinion, man. He's a better artist than Drake and Kendrick. And with the whole battle with Kendrick and Drake, I think that Kendrick won. I, I like. As a matter of fact, it's funny because I did a whole video breaking down each song of the battle, and I forgot what happened, but at the end of the day, I couldn't take it out. I couldn't release it, so you guys never got to see that. But in my opinion, Kendrick won that battle by one song, and to be frank and to be honest, when I heard "They're Not Like Us" or "They Not Like Us," I thought it was cool. I thought it was a good song to like. It was kind of like a victory lap. You know what I mean? That you don't really do much. You're just kind of like it's almost like you're stumping when somebody's down and you're kicking them. It was one of those like, okay, he didn't really. We all know he could rap. You know what I mean? So it was that song was more like a celebration to him winning, and that's the way I felt about it. I didn't think it was going to become such a huge success and such a huge hit. You know, I really didn't think it was going to take off like that. But these kids love it, and honestly, I think yes, it's a good song. Is it over exaggerated? Maybe a bit, but that's what happens when you have the media backing you up. In my opinion, like they're gonna push it to the masses. Like the more you push it, the more these kids are followers, man. The more you push it, kids are gonna be like, "Oh man, you like it? I like it too. Oh man, that's the hot song right now of the summer." Then I like. So it just blew up bigger than what I think the song really kind of was. But that's just my opinion, man. At the end of the day, Kendrick is a phenomenal artist. Do I listen to him all the time? I don't. Um, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but there's something about his music that I listen to and it's cool. I like it. I recognize he's phenomenal, but it's just one of those that I like Lupe Fiasco better. I like J. Cole's music better. I think I don't know, it's just a matter of taste. But yeah, he's a phenomenal artist. Congrats on that win. And I can't wait to hear what he got coming up next. Definitely if I was him I'll be working on a project and out of all the momentum that he has right now build up, definitely drop a project on everyone. I think that'll be the smart move. But he does what he wants. He moves at his own pace as he should. What else, man? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else we got going on? Deadpool. How many of you guys gonna go watch Deadpool? I got my X Men shirt. By the way, if you guys need shirts, and I don't promote this enough, you know what I mean? Like I don't promote it enough, but if anybody needs shirts done last minute, I'm the guy to come to. You know what I mean? Because as companies, you know that you got to have a certain amount of shirts that you want made. You can't just go to a company and be like, "Hey, man, I need 2 shirts done by tomorrow." They're gonna be like, "No, we're not doing 2 shirts. You need to at least make 20 shirts or whatever the case may be." So that's when BTI. That's when my company comes into play. If you guys need a shirt or 2 shirts, then you hit me up. You know what I mean? And if I'm able to, if I'm able to see your logo and if I'm able to do the shirt and I got time to do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to charge an arm and a leg. That's something we could discuss. But if you got, something coming up and you need a shirt right away, I'm the guy. You know what I mean? So hit me up for that. But yeah, Deadpool, man. I'm excited to go see it. I'm going to go watch it tomorrow with Jessica and my homie Tom. And man, I can't wait. I'm excited for it. I heard the multiverse thing that they got going on is going to be pretty dope. So I'll let you guys know what I think of the movie once I see it. But I think it's going to be great. You know. What else? What else? I do have a lot of plans. I got a lot of things that I'm working on musically. Man, I'm so excited for the near future. I just want you guys to know that I'm working, I'm working, I'm working, and I want to give another, huge shout out. I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Angel. Angel P, what's up, man? I want to give you a huge shout out and thank you. Angel's always been there, man. Honestly, he's one of the only people that have helped my music journey and has helped my career. Besides, Jay Nicole, like literally helped me. You know what I mean? Like when it came to recording, he was there. You know what I mean? When it came to If there's something anything I needed, yeah, he's always been an amazing person, an amazing friend, and I can't thank him enough, man. And I spoke to him last time. Whatever blessing I get, I'm always gonna include you in it. Always, man. Always. So shout out to Angel, man. I know he got a lot of cool stuff coming up as well. He's the best engineer on the West Coast. I'm gonna just say it like that. The best, you know. But yo, man, I got a lot. I got a lot coming up. New project, the Black Box 2 that I'm working on right now. I got new videos coming up for Grown Man with Kid Dreams. The album is out now. Go and get it if you haven't gotten that project. And man, it's time to go get the audience, man. It's time to go get the fans, give them what they've been missing. So y'all stay tuned. Yo, thank you for tuning in to Thinking Out Loud, episode 19. Can't believe we got 19 episodes. If you guys need to go watch something, go watch some of my episodes. I talk about a lot of different things, from UFOs to some conspiracies, because I am kind of crazy. And yeah, I just like keeping it entertaining, man, on this side. Not too serious. Although when things need to be spoken about, I do speak of certain things when they need to be spoken of. I think I've been rambling enough, but thank you for watching. Catch you guys next time. Thank you for all the views, man. Episode 19, Thinking Out Loud. Y'all have a good night. It's your boy Kable. Peace.